Hey guys, okay, so I am in a big hurry, so I'm not going to wait for anybody to get on. This video is specifically for some parties that I have going on, so hey my party ladies, some of my makeup classes that I have going on, but I wanted to do it live because I just love doing a live video. So really quickly I'm going to talk about contour and switching from summer to winter colors, and I'm doing those together because for me, they go hand in hand. So I'm going to start with BB Flawless Cream. So I'm starting with this just because it's the perfect example. I bought this as a contour kit. We still sell it together on the site with the blending buds, which is great, and this is a really great deal too. So I bought this for contouring, and then I discovered that I could mix them together and make my own color. So that's the reason that I'm talking about contouring and switching from summer to winter colors at the same time. I started mixing these together when I realized that I didn't have a color that matched my face. But what I discovered when I started mixing these together was that as my tan would grow during the summer and fade during the fall, these could create a custom color for me, no matter what color I really was. And so while I had days where I wasn't quite as white as this cream, but I wasn't quite as dark as this, and to be honest, I'm never either one of these colors alone. But I could just make my very own color, which is wonderful. And you can do that with foundation, okay? So clearly this is too dark for me. This is probably right on the money right now. This might even be a little dark. And then I have Scarlet, which is way too light for me. I'm very light in the summer. Or in the winter, I'm only like one color up from this, but I can mix these together and create my own color. The other thing I can do with two colors, one that's too dark and one that's too light, is contour. So I don't have to just contour with BB cream. I don't have to just contour with my sculpting trio that has these awesome instructions inside. I don't have to just contour with what I'm going to use today, which is my Sexy Pigment, which is like a highlighting pigment, and my Beachfront Bronzer. So there are many different ways that you can contour, and the best thing about these is you get to kill two birds with one stone. You can contour with these, and you can also make a custom color foundation every single day. And honestly, with as little as you use in these foundation bottles and with the BB cream, with as little as you need, if you're applying it properly, you're not going to go through a whole bottle in one season. A season is 3 months long, and you're not going to go through this bottle in 3 months. Okay, so what do you do with the other 3 months of it? You mix it with this. It actually extends the life of your product because you're mixing it, and you're also getting a custom color, and you're not wearing an off color half of the year. So let me go ahead and show you how I contour with my dry contour, which would be my Beachfront Bronzer and my Sexy Pigment, which is a highlighting pigment, okay? So I'm going to start with the contour, and I normally do start with the dark color. The key to this is I'm going to make a 3 on one side of my face and an E on the other side of my face. And that might show up backwards for you guys, but either way, you're going to pull in around the forehead and contour the forehead. You're going to pull in under the under your cheekbone, and you're going to kind of create that contour there, and then you're going to go under the chin so that you're defining the chin as well. And you can do this as light or dark as you want. I'm using the color Sunset, and that's our lightest bronzer. But you can see how I'm not really applying any pressure. I'm not really applying a lot of color, but I'm getting some kind of shape going on here. It makes my face look a little bit slimmer. It just defines where the natural shadowing would be, and I just don't have a full white face because nobody wants that. And I think you can already see the difference, especially on my cheek from one side to the other. So for you ladies who are afraid of contouring, you don't have to be, because as you can see, it does not have to be a dramatic look at all. And sometimes I don't even use blush. I just contour and go on about my way. Now, a few tips are, if you have a really big forehead, you're going to want to use the dark contour a little bit more than somebody who has a small forehead. If you have a really small forehead and you want to make it look larger, you're going to want to use a little bit more highlight. If you have a big nose, you're definitely going to want to contour with your bronzer or your BB cream or your sculpting trio. You're going to want to put that dark on your nose right here. And you don't have to use an eyeshadow brush, but I just find that this is a lot easier to control where you put your product when you're working in a tight space like this. Look at the difference in that. And see, if I want to blend it a little bit more, I can just come in with this big brush. That really makes a difference. And I have a pretty honky nose, I think, so that helps. All right, and then the other thing that I like to do is bring a little color down on my neck. I don't really put a lot of makeup on my neck. In fact, this is the only makeup, but I don't want all of this pretty contour to stop right here and have an obviously made up face and nothing on my neck. So I just bring a little bit of my bronzer or whatever contour I'm using down onto my neck. If I have my collarbones exposed, I will do it on my collarbones as well. Okay, so then I can come in with this highlight, and I'm actually going to use my foundation, or excuse me, not my foundation brush, it's a similar shape, but I'm going to use this paddle end of my contour brush, which is made specifically for contour. This is great to use when you have the cream contour, like in our sculpting trio. So I'm going to take a little bit of this highlight, and the key is basically where you don't put the contour, that's where you're going to put the highlight. So right above where I did the contour, I'm going to put the highlight here. Now if you use blush, you're going to want to have highlight, blush, contour. And same thing on the other side. And you can see, again, not using a lot of product, it's much easier to build product on than it is to try to take too much of it off. So here's the other thing I can do. That same little brush that I used for contouring, I can use for my, I can use for my highlight under my brow bone. Right, that's really easy. I also want to highlight right here, if you want to make fuller lips, highlighting above and below will make your lips look a little bit fuller, and that works very well because it's attracting light right into the center. And it's better to do this before you put your lips on, but that's okay. So that helps a little bit, and you can even contour in there as well. Add a little bit of dark color underneath, make your bottom lip look a little bit more pouty. So there's all kinds of tricks, but you start with the basics and you learn as you go. So put a little bit on the center of my nose, and that just helps to make my nose look skinnier. I know that sounds counterproductive because we're adding contour where we want to draw attention, but since I contoured right beside on the sides of my nose, adding the highlight on the top really helps to slim it out. So as you can see, my face looks really, really bright. I actually did not highlight under my eyes, but that is a great place to highlight as well, especially if you have under eye bags, and you can put on some concealer and then put some highlighter over that, and you can get a very, very bright, youthful look. Okay, so I hope that you guys learned a lot from that. Obviously, if you have questions, just comment below or message me. And I hope that you will try to mix your own colors, because I think that's really, really fun. And you can get the best coverage for your face, the best color for your face, the best match for your skin by mixing your own colors every single day. So, all right, questions, just message me or comment below. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye-bye.